Hello, and once again, welcome once again to another episode of Third Action. I'm your lovely host, Jason, and these are the same three corpses that were here last week. In the bottom left, we have Asher Ford, Human Ranger, played by Char.
Hi. If you suddenly hear squeaking, it's because my dog found his little bat toy, which has the loudest squeaker in it, and he's just out of arm's reach.
Like bat, like the animal bat, or bat like a...
Yeah, it's a little circle, like gray circle around a squeaker, and it has little wings and a face. So it's a little flappy bat, but if you hear squeaking, that's what it is.
All right. Decidedly unsqueaky, we have Greshy Ironroot, Halfling Druid, played by Will.
I was just going to say, if you hear squeaking from my end, it's just me. I have no excuse.
You're not playing a ratfolk this time, so yeah, you shouldn't be doing that. And in the bottom right, we have Gunn, Shough, Human Champion of Erastil, played by Adam.
Evening, everybody. The yeah, the bit about corpses was before the show. You missed it.
Oh yes, some pre-show references. Yes. Come join us at twitch.tv/thirdaction before the show, and you too could find out, or you could just watch the VOD on Twitch, whatever you want to do.
Stolen it.
Oh, all right,
the bat.
Let's see.
No
I
squeaks.
Oh, there's the bat.
I
Hello,
stolen
bat.
it from him.
Well, no unintended squeaks.
It has
it is
two
very
little
adorable.
dot eyes.
It's like classic vampire
I have to give it back. He's very upset.
All right.
Go.
Well, you returned that. Hello. Last time on Third Action, our group of intrepid adventurers. What had you done? You found the what you believe to be the room.
We stumbled on another trap.
Yes, you did stumble upon another trap. But while Greshy was investigating the room of Khalib, looking for any interesting notes or documents, Asher decided to, he felt uneasy and decided to advance ahead to check out a massive Karzug statue and peek into the next room to the north of them. But in doing so, you were assaulted by Karzug himself, this greenish, imagey form, and he cut you off with a wall of force and proceeded to try to kill you with a bunch of pig-like demons. You were able to successfully get over the wall. And disintegrate, yes, of course. You were mostly able to get over the wall and deal with the demons before Karzug disappeared, laughing. And now that the demons have been sent back to their planes, you are left in silence. And that is, I guess, where we will join the party again. Yeah, to get a quick description of your situation, I suppose a minute is going to... If you're beating at the invisible wall, the wall of force does dissipate after a minute or so. So even if you were going to try to attack it for a while, it'll go away. For some reason, I cannot select the wall itself. There we go. Delete that, and let me delete the little line there. Okay, so the invisible wall fades. Okay, so behind you was, to the north end of the hall, there was the room that Greshy had just started looking through. You were digging through some piles of ancient, or lots of scrolls, maps, and documents until you found a nice kind of fresh-looking leather-bound journal. And you had just noticed a lot of the back pages were empty, and so you flipped over towards the front, and just as you were about to read the first page, you heard sounds of battle outside and left the journal behind.
Asher.
What?
The
suspicious statue.
The chamber that you're in.
Gunn told me to go look. Let's be a good friend.
So to the west of this,
Really? Did I?
It was lightly in.
Maybe Asher heard
I don't know,
him.
I thought
aggressively.
you told me to use my eyeball. No, it wasn't aggressive, but I was like, I'll go look with my eyes, and then immediately. So never again
Mm-hmm.
will I look at anything.
Just
So yeah,
walking
down-
around, eyes closed.
Kind of down the hall to the west from Khalib's room is this large kind of I don't know, antechamber, like kind of interstitial chamber at the end of this hallway. There is a set of massive golden double doors with no handles at the far west side of the chamber.
They're
The
glowing.
door itself is glowing and giving off quite a lot of heat. If you walk closer to it, you can feel it getting hotter and hotter. Nobody has gone very close to it at all, so we can deal with that later if necessary. There's also a very nice looking green couch in the corner of the hall. Looks like kind of like a little waiting space. Could seat like 4 people. And it's got got gilded like filigree and stuff sitting on a green and gold carpet. There's a massive statue of Karzug here, like 3x the size of normal. Normal Karzug. That is where Karzug's image had materialized at its feet. There is a scattering of gold around the base of the statue. And the statue itself looks like it was maybe was holding something across its 2 outstretched hands. The hands are palms up, like there was something sitting in the grooves of the palms. Then, to the north, we have another chamber. There are green jade pillars here, like with most of the other chambers, but there's no green barrier. Instead, there is a mark of greed on the ground in front of the room. There are two more statues of Karzug, this time wielding his burning glaive in a kind of defensive-looking stance, flanking the doorway. This is the chamber that the pig demons came out of. There is gold and jewels and gems scattering the floor all over the corners of the hall. In the far back left corner of the room, there is a throne, seemingly a replica of the throne from the throne room. In the center, north center of the room, there is it looks like a sarcophagus, a gilded sarcophagus with some pillars with candelabras and various gems and things placed upon them, surrounding the altar. And then to the right of that is a massive golden pillowcase with a little golden dragon figurine placed on it, as well as a massive, what looks like a massive golden egg made of scales. And that's it. All right, I hand it over to you guys. What do you want to do? You've got kind of 3 chambers here.
I'm scared.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Let's
and yeah, what's
avoid the
your-
hot door
Oh,
for now.
Status. Oh, Asher's
Fuck off
still
with that
sickened
thing.
1? Is that true? What were you sickened
Yeah,
from?
I am sickened 1. Can I try and not be sickened 1?
something
From
the demons did with their
Oh, right.
from my
radiance.
bow.
Yes, your bow is
The
giving
will
off
save
a
thing.
unfortunate, glow. Go ahead and give me another will save then.
Can I try? Yeah, let me deal with that. Maybe.
Will yourself to being better.
I want to be better. Meow. 33.
33. I forgot what their number is. Let me go check it. I deleted them from the scene by mistake.
Oopsie doopsie.
Where's their DC for this?
We have some other possible items to help, but I don't know if that will really help.
That was a 33. That is a failure. Let me see actually how long this
I hate
lasts.
my bow.
I suppose after a minute, the eerie glow from the bow would fade, and you don't have to make the saves anymore, and you're no longer
Okay.
sickened.
What about the slowed? Is the slowed still there? Is that
The slowed is part of that, yeah.
The slow goes
Oh, okay. It was
goes
part of
away
it.
with the
There
second.
it goes. Okay.
Yes.
My question's answered.
They come as a pair.
All right.
I-
Well,
All right,
please
and
don't wander off like
otherwise,
that.
Asher's at 204.
I'm gonna stick in the back from now on.
293, and still trained 1.
And now that I'm gonna stick in the back, that's where it's gonna
Everybody
come
else, I
from.
think,
In
is
fact,
pretty
do
close
we
to-
mind all sticking together for some degree?
Suits me just fine, Viorian
All right.
says.
Well, I know you get bored. At least you seem that way. But there was some. Did see a journal in here that I'd like to grab real quick, and then.
Well, if you want to read that journal, then let me give Asher a little boost, and then I'll take a rest while you read.
All right, there's a bed in here. You can share it with Phelan.
I'll just stand around, watch the hot door.
All right, gonna push back through to go over to the journal.
Okay, Viorian will come back over here as well. She'll enter the room with you. Okay.
Phelan claims the bed.
You flip open the journal and begin to read. What was that?
I don't know why it
lay
made a
on
rolling
hands.
sound, but
It did make a roll.
That was lay on
Is
hands.
that because
there are no dice in it.
I have this tab?
It rolls
Okay.
60.
Alright, Asher's healed for
I'll do
60
that.
from lay on
Thank
hands.
you. Less injured than before.
Alright. So while that's happening, Greshy, you're going to start reading this journal. Are you reading it aloud or...
Might as well.
yourself?
I'm assuming. Is it written in Thessalonian?
Yes, it is written in
For some reason
Thessalonian.
it wouldn't be.
So it takes
So
a
I
little
will
bit to
read it
kind
and
of
translate as best I can to common.
Yep.
Mhm.
So the first entry in this journal reads, "The world as we know it is at its end. Karzug, my mentor and master, has seen it with his own eyes. His explorations into time magic have allowed him to see the near future in perfect clarity, a future in which not only Thassalon but the entire world will be rent asunder by powers beyond our understanding. Earthfall is coming, and yet I am unafraid. My lord's plan, it's a cunning one, ingenious, foolproof. The first phase was to create the Eye of Avarice, a space between the material and the dreaming. In the center of that flaming maelstrom of golds, a safe haven from the coming apocalypse, a place unreachable by any of the dangers that are to befall our world. Stepping into the Eye, however, does come at a great cost, the loss of one's material form. That is where the next phase comes into play. The second phase was to transfer Zinshalas' Runewell of Greed into the Eye and outfit it with the Soul Lens. The Runewell turns greed born of the mortal soul into arcane force. The lens temporarily diverts souls on their way to Pharasma and siphons their greed to further empower the Runewell. As that soul energy gathers, it will be used for 3 purposes. 1, to reconstitute the bodies of my master and his loyal guardians that followed him into the Eye. 2, to further enhance my master's powers beyond human limits. And 3, to establish a connection to the material plane capable of bringing a being of his level back to us. The second point, you will note, is not critical to our plan. However, Karzug insisted that if he were to rule over the remains of a scarred planet, he would need additional strength to do so. The third phase was at the suggestion of the denizens of the Nightmare Realm to construct the Time Gate and the Conflux device. The gate was constructed out in the far western reaches of the Empire, near the front lines of our war with Elasnist. There, the bulk of our army has been stationed in order to wait for a portal that will open just as Earthfall is scheduled to begin. Should all go according to plan, once my lord activates the Runewell in the future and returns to our world, the Conflux device will activate both past and present versions of the Time Gate, allowing our army to pass through uninterrupted into the present day. This leaves the final phase of the plan, the one in which I have the most influence. While my lord sleeps within the eye, I will await here in the pinnacle of Avarice in stasis, along with 40 or so of the toughest rune giants, the Most High Seoptra, and a few of her most trusted advisors. I have carefully tuned our stasis chambers to hold us for a mere 100 years, after which point we shall awaken and begin the process of collecting souls to bring our Lord Karzuk back to flesh. Should the tower fall during that time, or should our stasis chambers become damaged in some irreparable way, we will have hidden a number of agents and apprentices in similar stasis chambers throughout all of Thassalon, who can begin the task in our stead. There is absolutely no way this could fail. As long as at least one of us awakens, it will not be long before our master rises once again. We have all taken great pains to make sure that the other Runelords do not catch wind of our plans. May my next entry mark the beginning of a new era. You turn the page. I've made a terrible mistake. It seems that in my haste to program the stasis chambers, I set them all to 10,000 years, not 100. And those that were not programmed by me personally seem to have been destroyed in the Earthfall. My Lord Karzuk will be furious, but it was only thanks to that curiously persistent giant that I find myself awake once more. He calls himself Mokmurian. He speaks in a strange tongue that I am unfamiliar with.
Asshole.
Perhaps a modern version of Jotun. In any case, he somehow has managed to patiently disintegrate a hole in one of the outer walls over the course of a week. He says that a voice draws him to this place, a voice that is undoubtedly that of my lord. I have immediately set to rectifying my mistake. Seoptra and the other giants are now awake and getting their bearings. Mokmurian seems eager enough for power that he is willing to join our cause. I see so much of the master in him that I cannot help but allow him to participate. You flip through the pages some more, and a lot of it is just detailing of the events that have happened, but from his perspective. He talks about Seoptra beginning the collection of souls. He describes the process of getting souls to be siphoned by the rune well, which involves marking them with the Sahedron before they die. Their soul will then pass through into the Eye of Avarice, or it'll get pulled into the Eye of Avarice, pass through the soul lens, wherein some of its greed energy will get pulled into the rune well, and then the soul will just kind of go off to Pharasma as per normal. The Seoptra...
That's good, actually.
Seoptra and her minions are then set to various tasks about Varizia, both to gather information on what is the current day like, and just to collect as many souls as possible. You see notes of Zanisha's attempts to just kill everyone in Sandpoint using by taking advantage of a young Azamar woman named Nualia. You read of her influence on the cult of the Skin Saw, and her turning them to her own causes. You see the workings of Lucretia's plan in Turtleback Ferry, with her pleasure cruise, the Paradise, that was set to attract greedy souls and mark them for destruction in a flood. And then you start to see mentions of you guys as your as minor interlopers, and then persistent annoyances and threats. As Khalib grows more and more impatient and worrisome that perhaps the plans are not going to work. But after a point, he starts to become seemingly reassured. And you find an entry where he mentions that these days it seems as if my lord's power has been blending into the pinnacle from the eye. The places that he's able to manifest seem limited, but it's very promising. The bridge must be almost complete. He further goes on to mention that these points of power within the pinnacle seem to have some direct connection to Karzug's power, and are basically like roots for his soul to manifest back here on the material plane.
Well, we know where one is now.
Have all of them been statues of him?
No. In point of fact, several were not statues of him.
The hallway.
They were in the halls in different places.
Well, it is just sort of vaguely good to know that the souls that die with the rune don't get like damned for all eternity.
Sure.
Anything like that. So that's, that's something.
And if Asher's able to drain them of that reed energy before they're diverted, that's less being taken into the rune well as well. So
Fair.
if anybody's going to kill anything, make sure it's Asher, basically.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, not.
Asher, specifically, I need you to murder things.
Anything
I
that
thought
might
you meant if I
have the
if
mark.
one were to die, I would have to die. And I'm like, I want to die. No, that's much better.
That's more manageable, isn't it?
I'll try and kill things. Like, wait a minute.
And Asher's bow, yours is the one that's supposed to greed specifically, correct?
Yes,
Mhm.
it is indeed.
Is there anything besides the fact that it's a statue of Karzug? I guess Greshy's going to take this journal with him and wander out into the hallway now that he's done reading for a bit.
Did that reading take 10 minutes?
Yeah, that took about 10 minutes, so if you wanted to refocus during that, you can.
I'll go out. Is there anything distinctive about where he appeared? He was, I think, in this little pile of gold that would mark a place that would mark that as a place that he would be connected to?
You could try to give me perception checks to see.
Do that. Secret.
I'll definitely be investigating that as well.
Yep, you can. Yeah, just all give me secret perception checks if you're looking.
We'll proceed.
Balin, can you sniff it out?
Hello and thank you for the raid, Tabletop Rolls and Company. Phelan can sniff too if he wants.
I was joking about that.
I don't know what.
I'm pretty sure ghosts don't smell.
Well, that did not secretify.
Maybe
but
ghosts do smell. Didn't he smell out that one ghost?
Well, he was kind of I don't know. It's true. He might smell ghosts.
You can smell some ghosts.
I'll try again.
Sure.
Nope,
You
that
still
didn't
rolled
work.
it publicly. That's fine.
How are
that's
you-
fine.
There's Phelan's. Sniff.
Okay.
Tried control click and shift click. I thought it was one of those two.
Shift click is usually it.
In any event, you all kind of come over and look around the statue to see if is there anything weird going on, anything interesting. You're looking at the coins, looking at the details on the base of the statue, the floor, is there anything marks or interesting on the wall? Nothing. Asher, while you're staring at this, you start to notice, the longer you stare at this point where Karzug once stood, the more you start to see this kind of just faintly shimmering green, it's almost just like a line. It's maybe a little bit wider than that, it's like a tear, almost like a rip in a piece of paper, as if something maybe punctured a pencil through, or a quill through a piece of parchment. It's fairly small, but it is there, and it's only there when you focus your mind on it. I think you might be muted.
Go weird. Am I
Or-
muted?
No.
No,
Oh,
I think
okay.
it just didn't catch
I just
your
wasn't
first
speaking
words.
very loud.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna. Oh god, I'm scared. I'm gonna walk. Asher walks over here. I think there's a. He kind of like points while squinting. If you focus really hard, there's like a tear in the air. In the. Like
An air tear?
Someone.
What if you shoot it?
I can try and shoot it. I don't know if it's
With all of your
all
heart and all of your love.
all
energy.
of my love that I have for myself and my friends, and not Karzug. I will aim at it, and there's something really shoot. I'll shoot. Pew.
Ooh.
Roll a 51.
Okay, so you take aim, and so the others, no matter how hard the rest of you look, you can't see what Asher's talking about. But you offer this suggestion, Asher. You take aim, and you're just aiming right at the center of this tear, and focus all of your energy to see it as clearly as possible. And you let loose an arrow. It flies into the tear, and there's suddenly a bright white flash of light as the arrow disintegrates, and you hear just a kind of pained scream echo through the halls.
Ah.
Then, after a
Does
moment,
everyone else hear that? Oh
the
no.
tear fades.
Well,
That-
it's gone now.
We all
That
did hear that,
feeling of
correct?
intense greed that yes, you all heard the sound. That feeling of intense
Okay.
greed that you felt here earlier, Asher, quickly fades. And your bow stops vibrating.
Oh. I wonder if that feeling I keep feeling is these little pop-up points he has.
Well, keep an
Definitely,
eye on that feeling.
yeah, definitely let us know if we start approaching something like that again.
Well, I only ever felt it or noticed it when we were in the throne room, so there must be one in there too.
We may want to be careful if we go back in there.
Yep. Well, each time he's popped up, I'm pretty sure he's cast exactly 2 spells before leaving again.
So once it pops up, Asher just takes a pot shot. Unless Asher can
If I can
spot it out.
squint around and see it, I guess.
I'll try and take a look for it too, of course, but I didn't see nothing.
I'll try and keep an eye out for it. But he does pop up pretty fast.
There's a little
Yeah.
bear tear over there.
Now, over here, there's a gold egg. I'm curious whether it's a real gold dragon egg.
You have been a good father to eggs. So,
You're not wrong
And-
about that.
I think it's worth taking a look. Also, the sarcophagus could be.
I was
Given
going
that
to
this is next door
say-
to Khalib's, I wonder if this is somehow
Maybe
one of Karzug's chambers.
something related to this time gate and conflux device.
Yeah. Do we have the text of that we can look at?
Sure.
I took some notes, but my notes include things like double whoopsie.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me copy. It's a
100
Google Doc.
times 100 years.
I will.
Yeah,
Need
I
a grave
wrote
instead.
carefully tuned for 100 years. Sounds like one of them didn't awaken. Whoopsie doopsie. Set to 10,000 years instead of 100 years. Doubly whoopsie.
I put the Google Doc in our planning channel.
Oh, well, thank you
Okay.
kindly.
Cool.
We'll look at that in a minute. Before we enter, these statues that have the glaives, I believe he said, are they trapped? Are they going to try and stab us or strike us down with these glaives?
You take a few minutes to look now.
Okay. All right, then let's take a
Access
look-see.
denied, by the way.
Oh, access denied. Good.
Might be private.
Got him.
You want to look at these? No.
Yeah,
Well,
sorry,
Gunn doesn't read Thessalonian, so there's the gag, isn't it?
Change to anyone with the link. There you go.
Yeah, I do.
Try again.
Oh, did you learn Thessalonian?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone
Oh,
has
okay.
it now.
Well, my apologies
Everyone
then.
knows it.
By the end of this adventure, everyone will be a scholar on Thassalon.
Well, Greshy almost lost his, but took an extra feat just to get it back.
I've
True.
got double Thessalonian.
It's been so friggin' important. Okay. Phelan, sit.
He does have more notes if you want to like go search for specific things, but it's all very scattered, so that's a little bit more ad lib from me.
That's fine. That's fine. Oh.
I had asked Greshy whether there was anything about the design of the tower itself, because we're looking for a way to get rid of those 7 pillars that are causing this
Here's the fix.
headache effect.
So I guess I'd take a look through to see if I could anything on the tower itself.
Yeah, you could basically it's a 10-minute research task for each thing you want to look up beyond what you researched.
Well, do you actually read Thessalonian?
Mhm.
Do you want to take a look through it for 10 minutes then?
Sure.
I want to take 10 minutes and refocus myself, so.
Okay.
I don't think I can do that while reading.
I'll do a search to see if I can find anything
I'm going to come over here and groom Phelan then.
that might give me a clue of
Phelan's
how
chilling
to
out on this throne.
reach.
Gunn, you're gonna search through this book and possibly the other documents to see if you can find anything. Okay. Give me just a perception check then. Or society, actually.
No,
But
still
you already
not.
rolled it, and that was a good roll. So
Perception's gonna be better.
47. Okay. So yeah, you search through. I'll say you probably have to go back to the room to search through the documents.
Sure.
Because this journal is very much on day-to-day stuff. Basically since his awakening. To find information on the construction of the Pinnacle of Avarice, you find some old scrolls that were like builder's notes from the time the building was constructed. Apparently, when the building was first constructed, the central jade pillar that runs... There's a central jade pillar that runs through the center of the building. Originally on the base level, there was actually space for the Runewell of Greed. But that was since seemingly moved into the Eye of Avarice, which is seemingly some kind of pocket dimension that Karzug is currently in. The construction of the jade pillars was to funnel some of that energy from the Runewell of Greed into this plane, and because jade has some kind of strong resonance properties with greed magic, they're able to use the Runewell. Basically, it sounds like the Runewell is the origin of the occlusion field effect. It is being generated by the soul lens, or by the combination of the soul lens and Runewell that are currently located in the eye.
Okay.
So it doesn't look like you.
But the pillars definitely cause it to resonate and
yes, the
reflect
pillars
back into
cause it to
itself?
resonate. They are transmutationally treated with heavy transmutation magic, so they're supposed to be impervious to damage, but they are critical in maintaining whatever occlusion effect is active. With that result, though, you're actually able to find out a little bit more about the occlusion field itself. According to Khalib's notes, it is supposed to prevent any kind of scrying and divination magic within its area of effect, which should hopefully include the entirety of Zinshalast, but should definitely include the contents of this building, the Pinnacle itself. The only exception to that is the Runewell itself, which has the capability to scry into the tower and perhaps beyond. Aside from that, it also is enhanced to prevent teleportation. Basically, it prevents teleportation into the tower, but also has the effect of kind of side effect of disrupting. Sorry, did I say transfer? I meant teleportation. It prevents teleportation into the tower.
Mhm.
It does not prevent teleportation within the tower, but it does, nor does it prevent teleportation out of the tower. It's just into. And when you're outside of the tower, it also has a side effect of potentially disrupting any teleportation magic. That wasn't intended. That was just a side effect.
So we could just leave.
Yeah, we might be able to dimension door our way back to the cave nearby. The tunnel that we came from. I thought we had, well, the knapsack, we already used it today, or was that yesterday?
Don't recall, but it wouldn't take more than one person at a time anyway. And still the limitation on extra dimensional items, the only thing it would go with would be the bag itself.
All right.
Oh.
2 of us know Tree Stride, but have not prepared it. Or
That's correct.
Whatever. It's not in my repertoire at the moment.
At least Darkly, if somebody dies, we could be able to teleport out
Well,
as a last-ditch escape.
I was also going to say, if only one of us dies, we have 3 people here.
Well, if the person who can teleport is the only one left, I guess I should have said.
Yeah.
But they can leave.
Just ditch this. Let Karzu take over.
Using teleport to go like a mile seems like overkill. We could walk that if we need to.
All right. Well, that's what you find in that 10-minute search. Greshy, you get your
That's
focus
a lot.
points
That's good to know.
back. Asher, I guess you're just chilling, big chilling.
I am
With Theorian.
paranoidly looking for little tears, even if I don't feel greed. That is what I'm doing. I'm squinting around, not moving towards this hot door.
Okay.
You go and look at that egg. It's a shiny egg.
Every time I approach big golden statues, ugh, I'm looking for tears.
It could be a dragon.
Okay. Ah, that is exciting. A golden dragon too, which are the nice dragons.
I believe so.
Supposedly.
I'm not super keen on dragon lore besides the ones we've killed so far. So, but I think that's
The
a good
dragon made of wood. I'd know a lot about it.
one. I could make a dragon made of wood if I had some wood.
I'll know what kind of wood it is. Yeah, that's pretty much what he's up to. It's like, are there tears in here? These cars are gonna pop up in here.
Give me a secret perception check.
Walk around, bow out.
A secret.
Okay. You obviously feel uneasy anywhere in this tower, but you're not picking up the same vibes, and even though you're very meticulously scanning the room over these 10 minutes, you don't notice anything that seems to be a similar tear in reality.
Not getting any bad vibes from this room.
Nope.
Other than the regular bad vibes.
Correct.
Gonna come back into the room with the rest of the crew.
And presumably relay.
All right, let's take a look. Yeah. I think we know that we would be able to teleport out. And there was one other thing that was interesting, but I've lost it.
Oh.
Oh well, if it's important, I'll remember it again later. Let's take
Sure.
a look at this sarcophagus and the egg, and see if there's anything interesting to be learned.
Sarcophagus and the egg is a weird fable.
I'm gonna approach the egg and inspect it and see if it looks like it's a real egg or an ornament.
Okay. I guess it'd be an Arcana check, or Dragon Lore, or something similar.
Arcana is fine.
Christ, Asher doesn't have dragon lore.
That
At this
one
point, I
was
probably should
privately.
have given it to him, but okay. You take a look at the egg. It does seem like about the right size and shape for a dragon's egg, but it's not giving off any kind of. I guess by this point you'd probably know that dragons do have, or a lot of the chromatic dragons have a very powerful kind of internal arcane aura. This is not giving off any semblance of magical aura within it. It's either a petrified egg or it is purely for decoration.
Okay. Well, what about the gold dragon figure that's next to it?
Okay.
Does that give me a hint at which one it might be? Is that
Yeah, if you reach down and look at the kneel down to look at the
Mhm.
golden dragon figure there, though it is made of gold, you can tell right away that it is a blue dragon. Like the figurine is of a blue dragon. It has their kind of trademark sleek-looking design.
Huh. Is it specifically the one that we fought
Glorifex,
recently?
no.
Glorifex?
Glorifex has a different horn arrangement than this dragon statuette does. You're not sure if this is
Has it
a specific
been
dragon, but it's very clearly a blue dragon.
Transmuted?
Has it been transmuted? No, not the figure. The egg has. I'll give you that.
Interesting.
The egg has been transmuted, but the figurine seems to just be cast in solid gold.
Okay. Alright, well, I don't think there's much we can do with this. I don't know why he would have these. Perhaps were the blue dragons aligned with greed particularly? I don't think so.
No, all chromatic dragons are, in some effect, greedy. They are.
I don't think this would have been involved with him having a hold on Glorifex. I don't think this would have been any kind of leverage. I don't think it's anything but an ornament at the moment, so...
I had the
Thought
impression
they were
Glorifex was on his side on Glorifex's terms.
Right, exactly. Alright, let's see what this is all about.
The sarcophagus. The Greshy. It looks like you're going up to the sarcophagus itself.
Kind of clambered up to try and get up there and see what's
you
with
climb
it.
up onto the altar and loom over the sarcophagus itself. It is gilded. It's got the rune of greed. The Sahedron is plastered all over it, etched in silver and platinum. There are a number of rubies and emeralds decorating the sarcophagus. This is definitely a sarcophagus fit for a king or an emperor.
Lovely.
It does have a lid. The lid doesn't seem to be secured. You can, if you take your hands and start to move it, it does give.
It does give it.
Yeah.
I'm going to first ask Gunn if this looks magical to his eye, by chance.
Yes, I'll take a look.
Look with your magic eyes.
Inspect it with detect magic.
Okay. You're getting only the faintest transmutation aura. Maybe some parts of this were treated with magic, but otherwise it seems
So
fairly
no more
mundane.
than anything else.
Right.
All right. Next thing is to ensure that there's no traps should this lid come completely off.
Give me a perception then.
Buttons. Question marks.
Okay. Yeah, you very carefully examine it for any kind of triggers, both physical and perhaps magical, but strangely, nothing.
All right, lid's coming off. Or gonna try to, at least.
Scrape the lid
Backs
to
up
the
a
side.
step.
Give me an athletics check just to see how good you are at moving it.
You know, I'm feeling surprisingly a little bit more spry than I was as a dwarf, as strange as it seems. That's a 36 total.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to pretty easily get the lid slit off and onto the floor with a thud. Inside is a perfectly pristine red velvet cushion with a nice little indent for where a body would be, but no body. It's just empty. It doesn't look
Gonna
like a body is
crawl
ever even
in.
laid here.
Gonna crawl in.
Okay, sure, yeah, you
Carefully.
crawl in.
Is there anything inside of this? Is it like does it look like it's made for vampires, or like a fancy vampire? Herzog's not a vampire, right?
No, not that you're
I mean, there was the
aware.
hungry one, and it had its thing.
Ghost.
No, this doesn't seem to be. There's nothing magical about this. This doesn't seem to be. It seems like it's entirely ceremonial.
It's a strange thing to have.
You have to
Alright.
rent these for the most part, in other places.
What do you rent them for?
You have to rent them. You have to, put your body in the ground.
You have to rent the ground.
You have to rent the ground.
Out of
I
character,
don't
this
think
is
you're
just
allowed to
going
rent
back
the
to
ground.
Conversation from the screen.
I bet this is at least 500 gold a week.
Oh, that's terribly expensive.
Looks like
Surprised
there's
anybody
enough.
can be afford to be buried. Well, I'll climb back out. Glad to at least there's nothing dangerous in there. This just looks like a leisure room. Hey, I have fancy stuff. Look at all the fancy stuff I have. Sort of thing.
This whole place is look at all this fancy. Look at my coins. Look at my chair.
Well, sure, but this.
Look at
I mean,
me.
there's a lot of look at me, isn't there? Right,
There
prick.
is.
He certainly is full of
You
himself.
could just get a mirror. I feel like that would be. Just line it with mirrors.
You've seen a place like that
Was that
already.
the Pride Room that was lined
Yes.
with mirrors?
It was
Yeah,
the
Yeah.
that was.
What was the Pride Room?
Okay, well,
Take
we
a
could look
lesson.
around in here a bit more and see if there's anything hiding in any of these corners. Like, I
Nothing.
see.
Yeah,
There's-
this all seems very superficial.
It does seem like there's just random piles of junk. Possible treasures of value, but
Yeah, as you glance around, it just looks like gold and gems and platinum,
Mhm.
and nothing catches your eye as being.
these will
Exciting
be
for
incredibly useful when we're on our way out of this place and
Yeah.
Karzug is dead.
Let's backtrack and find those other
Right.
points.
Oh, yeah.
Still need to find the time gate as well. And
Oh, yeah, the
Conflux
time gate.
device?
And what?
It was so the note said something about time gate and Conflux device.
The time gate might be one of the devices that we are familiar with, like the arch at Riddleport. In fact, it might specifically be the arch at Riddleport.
Didn't they say it was in here though? The spiders.
Well, there's one in here, and then there was
There's
one
the Riddleport one.
out to the west. They said on the western reach of
Border.
the kingdom.
Is that
yes.
where Riddleport was, or is?
It was.
Yep.
It's
Do you
right
remember
there,
those
yeah.
that flume line? That was Elasnist's border with Karzuk's kingdom, because those
That
were
was her
all of her.
side.
Yeah, all of her
So that
plumes.
must
Riddle-
be the entrance.
Yes,
exit.
Riddleport might be where the armies of Karzuk will appear.
Ooh.
Well, the way that I read it, they're going to appear here. But
I thought they're stationed near the time gate in the pass.
that's where they are. The time gate from there is connected to the time gate here.
Yes, here in this time.
So are they gonna come?
Yes,
really
in this place as
small
well.
Then?
Was what my understanding was.
The whole invasion force was
one at
eaten
a
by
time.
a dog.
Yeah, it's like here they come.
Just this tiny little force. I have no idea, to be perfectly honest. We'd have to see it. I don't imagine that Khalib was any detailed about where in this place they kept these things.
I think it's behind the hot door. I'm not gonna touch the hot door.
You could go check. Could spend
No,
another 10 minutes
let's-
searching.
Let's
No
leave the
searching
hot
minutes.
door for now.
Yeah, I'm not touching the
I
hot
see what you
door.
The Orion will just
Let's.
follow you.
Would it be worth it to spend the 10 minutes to find it? Since we
I was
should
just
find
thinking, let's just go. Let's just
I
go
think
walk
it would
look
be
around.
worth it to go shoot Karzuk a few more times.
it. Oh,
So
Such a
where did we
scream.
see Karzuk the last time? Oh,
in the hall up here.
Phelan, get back here.
Oh,
Getting away from me.
Okay, so
He
you
was
past Khalib's room and make your way back down the hall.
and
past
before I
these stasis
turn
chambers.
the corner to where the
God,
to where
that's so
that-
long.
projection was,
Mhm.
I'm going to stop right about here and peek.
Okay, yeah, you peek out and you don't see anything. But
He
you're
was over
safely
here at the end of the hall before.
Step out.
I'm gonna try and get real close to whereabouts I thought he was.
It's like
It is-
right here.
Yeah, it was something. It was some place in this region. I
I
just
can
don't remember.
squint in that general direction. I would like to search for it.
Okay, give me a secret perception check, Asher. The others of you, doesn't matter how hard you look, you just can't see it.
Oh,
Asher,
No idea what
you,
this is. Good
you
luck.
focus your eyes, and as you stand there and stare at where Greshy, like near where Greshy is, you see that little rift start to like coalesce in your vision.
Ah, I'm gonna shoot it again.
Okay, you take
Greshy's
aim,
still looking around.
fire another arrow, whizzes past Greshy's ear.
Oh, I'm doing.
Right over, right past his ear.
And
Greshy,
another
I
Coming
found
for
it.
you, you bastard.
a spark, a flash.
You say, Greshy, I found it.
uh,
He starts to turn and just gets it right by the cheek.
And there's another
Greshy.
that echoes through the halls.
Ha. Does it sound like Karzuk?
Yes. I can't really do
Ah.
Karzuk's
Sounds
voice
like
in a
somebody's
scream,
suffering
but
from
yes, it does sound like
That's fine.
Karzuk.
Well, perhaps
Yeah.
perhaps he'll reconsider popping up to show us where all these points are.
I guess if he disintegrates
In the future.
So we can backtrack where we've come, but we've also got these dars here to the south that we've never gone through.
Yeah, but there's one more point, at least, and possibly a second one on the west arch. And there's at least 3 doors that we have not gone in yet.
So we just want to leave the rest of this wing entirely and just come back.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, so you bypass the southern golden doors that that Karzuk image was in
More
front of.
to the
You
point-
pass by. Oh, go ahead.
Blasting these, in addition to harming Karzuk, may also delay him to the point where we could take some recovery time. Is my thought. Well, actually, I'd like to consider whether I think that's likely to be true, based on what I know about
Sure.
how this is all
Arcana?
working.
Yeah, Arcana check to recall knowledge, or to attempt to try and piece that together. And what was your question?
As we're destroying these tears, and Asher says that the tears dissipate, and it clearly hurts Karzug, does this damage seem like it will delay his resurrection in and of itself?
Yes. You think that not only is it potentially delaying his resurrection, but it is weakening him.
Okay. So, if we can destroy enough of these, we may be able to take some time and recover or rest fully. The third location was definitely right around here.
Yeah, it was up
As you-
behind.
Yeah, you've made your way past the dead bodies of...
Might need to shove one of them out of the way.
Siatra and
Yeah, well-
Giant, and you've
Can
made
I
your way
drag
back
some
to
of
the-
these
Yep, you can move these bodies out of the way.
corpses out of the
Made your
way?
back to the entry hall, where you fought Karzug in the center. Karzug was here in the center of the chamber. Asher, you again focus your mind, look for the spot. You're getting used to sensing these now, so I'm not going to have you roll once you know where one is.
Oh.
You
Just have
take
to hit
focus,
it.
you see it start to appear, and take a shot. Again, another piercing scream echoes through the halls. This one a bit more pained than the last.
I hope
It's
he's
definitely
also
doing
getting
something.
drained one. So how exciting! I'm
There's
enjoying
one
myself
this
after
way.
the attempts at disintegration.
Now this
After
one
all
might
the
be
attempts on your life have left you disfigured.
harder
Pain.
because
So
we
this one is
haven't seen
behind a
him.
Door, I think, is where I felt it beyond these two doors. So it's
Say,
possible
you make
that
your way back towards the throne room. And yes, you did not fight a Karzug image in the throne room. And Asher,
But I mean,
you
if I
felt
had-
the presence beyond these golden doors on the right up here.
Ah,
yeah. So we might have to open it then close it really fast.
I mean, one of us could just be the person to be shot instead.
I mean, and obviously it would be me.
Well,
We're
I feel
gonna
like
eat
nobody's
disintegrates.
going to be eaten disintegrate, but
Can
I feel you there.
Can I like ready an action to pull a gun
It
out
should
of the
be
way
me.
once he opens the door? Is that
It's
up?
gonna be me.
Like he opens them, I just whoop, yank.
So
These doors open out into this hall. So, Gunn, if you open the door outward, you could be behind the door as you open it if you want.
all right,
Yeah, I'm gonna be over here. I'm so afraid.
I do not want. I will open the door and peer.
Does the
through.
door still feel the same level of greed, you think, as before?
Yeah, does it feel greedy?
When I'm ready, I mean.
Sure. If Asher, you go close to the door, yeah, you definitely feel tense.
Ugh.
Okay. Hasn't
Ugh.
dimension at all.
I go back. I don't like that door. That's a
Unpleasant.
disintegrate door.
All right. Is everybody ready?
That's where he's gonna be.
Viorian nods. Okay.
And-
You
Oh
send
my
the
god,
doors
it's
open,
more doors.
Oh my.
revealing a. You kind of get back behind the door as you open it, and find that it is merely a hallway. On the left is what looks like a massive golden vault door. It's got like one of those big, I don't know, Scrooge McDuck like turning wheels for like a money vault. And on the right, you have two kind of standard golden doors like the ones you just opened. There's a carpet in the middle of this chamber that bears the greed rune.
Asher, you want to get
What
Tice
do
in
you
here?
see?
You thought I would let you get through the final dungeon without endless doors?
No, it's been a long time since we had this many
Asher's
doors.
gonna peek in.
Asher, you peek in. Give me a
Ah.
perception check.
I will.
Foyer. Yeah, let me do that real quick.
Okay,
What do I see?
you don't see anything, but you do get that bad feeling is definitely coming from that vault.
Oh, it's coming from the vault.
All right.
Ooh, I don't
I'm
like that
going
vault.
to-
Be careful.
Step in.
Okay, you carefully
Shield
step
ready.
into the chamber. This one has a golden obsidian checkerboard pattern floor. It's very hard to look at. I don't remember. Did I do
Approach
that
the
elsewhere?
vault door.
Oh, I did. It's the same floor.
Do these doors look like they're going to open towards or inward to the next room?
The vault door, the big vault door, or are these doors behind you?
Mm-hmm.
The vault door opens
vault door
out
is gonna
into,
open
into
towards
the
me?
room that you're in. Yeah.
Oops.
Okay, that's what I figured. It's a vault thing. All right, let's have everybody stand ready again.
Okay.
And
Must stand, just
we'll-
not.
do I have
on the
any?
side of the room? Okay,
I feel like
you're gonna need
something I
two
can-
hands to open this door because
That's fair.
They're very big, like spokes of a wheel that you gotta turn.
That's fair. We'll go ahead and sheath remedy. But before we open the door, I'm gonna pull out something from my bag here. Where did it go? Here it is. And I have a potion of white dragon's breath, which I will go ahead and drink.
All right. Pull out a potion. I believe this one was
And then
one
I'll
that had
open
been
the door.
frosty, but you defrosted it, so now it's like a little bit of a slush.
It lasts
Take a
an
swig.
hour
Okay.
Oh wow.
and gives a breath weapon. So how do I actually consume it?
I hope it tastes good.
Oh, there we go. There's a big button on the bottom.
Oh, that rolls the damage. It looks like. But okay, yeah.
I think it also consumes the item.
Here, if I put this in chat, was it the adult version? It wasn't the adult version. Which version was it?
It says the adult version.
Oh, it is the adult version. Okay, sorry, I thought there was a better one. Okay,
Worm version, I thought.
but yeah, is it worm?
White
That's what I've
dragon's
got.
breath potent of adult is what it says here.
Oh, okay.
We each
Okay.
have a couple.
That's
Yeah.
true. Some of
Okay.
them might
One.
be
Mine
different
might be
strengths.
the worm.
Oh, the worm is the second form. It's worm then or young worm then adult. I don't remember.
No,
Any
worm
case.
is highest.
Oh, it was one of the highest. All right, well, whatever. You have the adult one.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to.
I
put
have
this
the
effect on
worm of the green dragon.
Or effect. It didn't work. Okay, but in any case, you take the sip of the potion. Your eyes go white and become dragon-esque, like little lizardy slit eyes or pupils, and then you put your hands together and reach for the door. You start trying to turn, but you
Don't have
realize
the
pretty quickly that there's a lock mechanism in place.
Oh, well, okay. Let's figure that out or cut through it one way or the other.
You put it through the door.
What does the lock look like?
There is a latch on the side of this door that connects it to the main wall. It has a An interesting looking keyhole. Not a standard. Doesn't look like it fits a standard key. It looks like it's much bigger than that. Maybe fits some kind of almost like puzzle piece like device within.
We don't have anything like that. We haven't seen anything like that.
It's going to be a thing where we have to take the dragon and slot it in here or something, right?
We have seen that little dragon ornament, but I don't think that struck me as a puzzle piece shape. Does the
No,
shape of this
doesn't look like the
slot
same
look
shape.
like anything?
Not that you've seen thus far, no.
And it.
Okay.
And if I took a look at it, it wouldn't look like it'd be reasonably pickable at all.
Oh no, you could try to pick it.
No?
It just doesn't look like it fits like a standard key. But yeah, you could definitely
Go
try
ahead.
to pick the lock. What's your thievery
Well,
level?
first. Okay, well, let me pull some numbers up here for you. We're looking at efficiencies. I master plus 29 in thievery. I have a greater skeleton key. Put that in chat. And if we're going to be trying to get into this fancy door, I might as well cast knock on it.
Okay. You have knock prepped. All right.
Well, knock is something that the greater skeleton key is able to use.
Oh, right, of course.
So
It says right there. Hello. Yes, you do require at least
So
master
I
to try and break this lock. So, all right.
I do have that, so let's give it a whirl, see how we do.
So knock gets cast. That
That's
gives you a
on-
+4 status bonus to attempt to open it. And it'll ask for 1 minute.
Aye. So status +4. It was +4 +2, I think.
Looks like. Oh,
+4. +4
yes, it's
status.
+4. Yeah.
+2
Great.
from the key.
+2 from the
Oh,
key
I
is an item bonus, +4 from the knock.
Yeah.
Why
So
did you
total
revert to?
+6.
I hate this sometimes.
Lock.
It won't let me add a status bonus of more than +1. That's weird. Anyway,
Had that problem. I couldn't use the form there at all.
wouldn't let me. Well, I don't know how the numbers actually look on it, but hopefully that was correct.
Sounds like you should be +35.
This is 2 from
Altogether?
that. It says only +1 from knock. That should be +4.
That's what I was saying. Is I put in
Okay.
+4 and it said no.
Oh, weird. Okay. So
Yeah, I don't
it's
know.
just 3 short of whatever it's supposed to be. Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Sure. So it'd be an extra.
Yeah.
Knock.
Okay, so you cast knock on the, or so you use the key to try and activate, and you start fiddling with it.
Going to work on
What's
the.
the DC? DC is that. Okay. Oh, sorry. DC is that. And it requires this many successes. Okay, that is a critical success. You get 2
Ooh.
down. There are 3
Great.
more pins to go. Can try again.
All right. Do it again. So turn that on.
Karzu's stupid lock.
Plus. Still no. All right. Well, this will still be. Ah, shoot. That was supposed to be secret.
Yeah. Okay. That
It'd be
is-
45 total.
It'd be 45. That is a success. So 1 more pin down. There's 2 pins left.
Okay.
You're getting closer. It seems like it should be easy
Line
enough.
gem roll this time.
I actually don't know if disabled device is supposed to be secret, is it?
I don't know either. I could check.
No, it's actually not.
But just one. Oh, then there you go. Well, this one was secret.
Having
tell me
it
if I make
secret,
it or
but
not.
that is a critical success. That is both of the remaining 2 pins. So, being a master at thievery, you crack your knuckles, bring out the skeleton key and your picks, and start.
Don't get to use these skills very
messing
much
with the
anymore.
lock. And after just I guess that was like, it's like 2 actions to disable device. Yeah, so that's like 3 rounds.
Yes.
So after about 3 rounds of picking, the
20
lock
seconds or
comes
so.
undone, and the latch undoes itself, and it now can be opened by the big wheel.
Right.
All right, I'm going to step back to Phelan.
Out
We'll
of
put away the
eyesight.
tools in the
I will-
meantime.
Go ahead and open the door.
Okay.
Careful.
You crank the big wheel and eventually pull it out open into the hall, and reveal what appears to be a treasury filled with gold, jewels, chests of unimaginable wealth, statuettes, jewelry, pearls. Nothing attacks you. Viorian peeks around the door. Is everything okay?
If I poke my
He's,
head down.
He's
Gonna
no
be-
longer interested in demonstrating exactly where his secret points are. Although, we probably only get one of these. If he discovers that we can find them anyway, he'll probably go back and come out and keep trying to blast us, because he may as well.
She peeks.
Asher, you peek around the corner
Carefully
to.
around the corner.
Is that a
So the-
skull?
There is a
like
dragon
a dragon.
skull. It is gilded. It is lying on
Oh.
top of a big pile of gold in the back.
If it was not gilded, I probably would have considered taking it with us, but it's boring if it's just gold.
Boring. I'm gonna search for if there is a point in here.
Sure.
Maybe.
Yeah, you can spend a few minutes searching.
I'll
Secret
just-
perception.
At the same time, I'll see if there's anything significantly interestingly magical in here.
I
Okay.
can't like hunt prey the guy.
I'm.
Ooh.
I guess they're not really.
Ooh.
If you
things.
hunt Prey Karzug, who you've seen,
Sure, actually, I'll allow you to hunt prey Karzug. Yes, this will count for your
Alright.
hunt prey.
I'm gonna add that in.
That's clever.
Roll.
Okay, you again try to focus your eyes in this room, scanning the piles of treasure, and you notice a very faint wisp right about here,
Mm.
just above a small pile of gold in the room. It's very, very
I'm
faint,
gonna
but you can
shoot
see
at
it.
that.
Okay. You take another shot, this time into this small green wisp, and again, a bright flash of light. The whole building shudders slightly at that.
Ooh.
That's 4.
turns out this was the whole boss battle, was just finding
no,
all these
like,
things, shooting
I would
through
bet
there.
out of 7.
No, like yelling this time, just
Would
the
be
shaking.
7, wouldn't it?
No yelling this time.
Not yelling.
That's good
Well.
either way for him.
I hope so. I hope the building doesn't come down with us in it. That'll.
I mean, the
be a real
alternative
treat.
is that he either reaches the material plane or we enter the pocket dimension going after him. If we do get all 7, I think it's... Well, and supposedly going into the pocket dimension destroys your material body, so that sounds like a bad idea.
We might have a problem with going in and coming back.
We just have to beat him, I guess.
Hope y'all didn't have any reason to come back for.
Are you ready
to? But, oh god.
I'll go wherever it takes as long as I can kick his ass, Fiorian says with a shrug.
Well, you'll get your chance. Tell me when, Gunn.
Here.
Okay, you
On the
turn to
opposite side
doors
of the
on
hallway.
opposite side. Yep.
There's a left-hand and right-hand door. I will open the left-hand door. Assuming I can do so with one hand, I'll draw my sword.
Yep, you can draw
First.
your sword and throw one door open. Within, you see a number of beds the size
Ooh.
of giants. On one side of the room, Greshy, you fling the other door open to see a number of large, giant-sized weapons on the other side of the room. This looks like maybe it was a place that the rune giants were resting and preparing.
You could almost make a tent out of one of those blankets.
They do have massive,
I
blankets
do that all the
made
time.
of very exotic-looking furs.
You totally could.
Pelt for me. Could
Do you
teach my zebra.
feel any more of that energy over here,
Good
Asher?
question. Do I feel energetic with greed?
Give me a perception. Secret perception.
Hold on, let me.
Secret perception.
It wouldn't be in here, but let's turn on all of my stuff.
Keep all eyes open.
Okay. I'd say you probably have to go walk through the room.
yeah.
to
I
do
will
it.
walk with Asher as
Yeah,
he
so
searches.
come with me.
Yeah, you can do that.
I will
Too
escort him.
scared.
Yeah, the two of you kind of pace the room as Asher is searching for any sense of Karzug here. But after a pretty thorough 5 minutes of looking, nothing. No presence detected.
I don't think he was in there.
That's good. And you didn't see anything of use or value in the other room there, Gunn? I don't know if you were looking, I suppose.
I did look. I don't think so.
Oh,
I
in
mean,
the
value,
vault?
sure. There's lots and lots of gold.
Looking for
yes.
magic.
Yeah.
There is a lot of
Wands,
just kind of
weapons.
treasure stuff, but as far as actual items of use, you do find one thing.
A decanter?
Another
Endless
decanter of endless
fire.
water.
Just
my
a second
God.
one.
Put them against each
no,
other.
In this case, where is it? I'm so bad about grabbing these. Sorry, real-time GM lookup.
As happens.
Yeah. Here we go. We supposed to scroll.
I think that's known as a lighter.
Okay. One thing of interest that you do find is a small, golden disc with 4 little golden clamps on at kind of equal points around the disc. And those little clamps are holding onto a ball, an orb, made of crystal. And
Orb?
it is giving off divination magic.
Is it an actual crystal ball?
Grinding.
I was going to say, is it the key to the vault? They just lock it inside.
Great.
Yeah.
No one will ever get in. I've locked the key inside.
Yes, it does appear to be some sort of ponderous orb.
I'll give it a quick minute to identify.
All right.
With we'll use religion. Religione.
All right. Religion.
Skill for you.
Yes, this is this. You notice that this orb has like a core made of some kind of dark stone, which you recognize to be obsidian. This is a level 19 crystal ball, which allows you to do scrying. You can once an hour cast clairvoyance. What's the scrying? When you cast a scrying scrying spell by any other means while holding the sphere, you relay information that you receive. Yeah, it's a crystal ball. You can do stuff with it. The special thing about the 19th level version is that you can you get free true seeing while you're looking through it.
Ooh.
Cool orb. Don't know if it's going to be useful to you at all. But you tuck the
Scry on Karzug.
Scry on each other.
It might.
I don't think we can scry on Karzug on a different plane. If
No, based on what you read, it seems like he can do. He can go from the eye. He can scry from the eye into here, but you can't scry into the eye.
Rude.
double standards.
Yeah, sadly.
He has those one-way mirrors. Or two-way mirrors or whatever.
Wouldn't he just be like a cop?
Just sitting over
The
there.
one-way mirror walls.
All right. Let's look for more Karzug to shoot or
Yeah,
whatever.
let's keep going down the west hallway here.
All right.
Where
make
was
your
he
way
down
back
here? He was
beyond
down
the
here,
front.
wasn't he?
He was
No.
not down here.
Not that we saw yet.
We have
No, we
not
just
seen
left
him.
oh my goodness, I forgot
It's
about
the
the pile of
Lamian.
bodies.
There's a
And then the
yeah,
pile of goop. And the other pile of goop. Ugh, I can't even dodge this one. It's just
Let me get back to the front.
I'm gonna try and jump over
Flap,
this
flap.
pile of sludge abomination.
Sure, you can have Phelan do a jump. I think Phelan can make that jump as is.
I have no idea. I mean, we'll just do a long jump from.
Yeah, I think with a
Perish.
long jump, give me athletics check from Phelan, but I think it's trivial.
Should be
So you get an
okay.
extra
Walks
5
over
feet.
it.
Well, that's a natural 20.
Natural 20, 49. Easy enough. Phelan easily clears the body of the Lamia
Yeah, wasn't even
Oh.
a sweat.
and doesn't get any viscera stuck in him. And you guys bypass all.
I did not recall
Nice.
this room.
We didn't
no, I
quite
don't
walk
believe
into
you
this.
looked at any of the stuff that was over here. So
No, we
as you
didn't
make
get
your
this
way-
far. We kind of.
Oh.
further into the hall, there's a set-
Uh,
there's a set of 3 doors. The door to the north here leads into a kind of hexagonal room where there are 2 massive pillows. There's a bunch of blood and guts and viscera kind of slopped all over the floor. There's a golden statue of a jackal bearing 3 eyes. You would immediately recognize that as the symbol of Lamashtu. That is placed upon an altar here in the back of the room. But yeah, there's not much in here other than the 2 big cushions, the Lamashtu altar, and all the blood and the blood trail. And that blood trail leads like right out of this room and
Yeah.
towards those big bodies.
we
This middle door here
figured this was the
is currently
Lamia's
closed.
quarters.
And this third door seems to be looks like a kind of a bunk room. You see a number of beds, a central table that's low to the ground, like a kotatsu, if you will, with some pillows around it, and a couple of vanities around the room.
Pretty Lamia and the Bloody Lamia. Or
Indeed.
something. I don't know.
There's the
Oh,
door that's in
those-
between
those
them that's currently closed,
giant-
and then the hallway continues to the south, around the nice Lamia room.
Yeah, those wormy ones were pretty messy.
Unpleasant.
Even before we poked them.
Upsetting.
Shall we check this middle room?
Is there any greed feelings? Ill-
Perception?
Like there is. I guess I don't really can't see it, so there. Oh, well, it's 33. Not a best roll.
You get a very vague, like light feeling of greed somewhere nearby, but you're not sure where or what direction it's coming from exactly.
He's somewhere.
Let's open this door here. Ready? No, not
sure.
hearing objections.
No, I'm not doing
nods.
it. She just moves a little bit.
All right. And
Or
once
shift in
again,
position.
You open the door and
Oh
find
my God.
a central room with a big Sahedron on the floor. Don't count the number of points. I didn't go find a Sahedron, did I? Maybe I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that's 8, isn't it? There's a big
Totally
Sahedron
7.
on the floor with a rug on top of it. There's 2 golden doors here across the way, and a set of double doors off to the left. The right hand
Another set of 3
wall
doors.
ends with just a wall. Yes, indeed, a set of three doors to choose from.
Paizo truly knows our weakness.
should we actually do that?
What?
What do you say? Oops.
Oops.
Just close us out.
It's been a long time. We get one
Oh
last
my
chance.
I don't know if this is the, the time. Well, maybe it is the time. Actually, in this
Viorian
room,
just looks
can
confused
I
as she follows you guys into the room. Sure, yeah, you
Can
can
I
search in
search
this room.
for the?
Give me a perception check.
Maybe I will. A blind roll.
I won't be doing that.
There we go.
Okay, you take a careful look around the room, and you're pretty certain that he's not in here.
Okay. But I've been certain before.
So let's go for it.
Oh my god.
Asher groans as he makes his
We're
way
gonna
over to the door.
I'm gonna be shot.
We're all going to die in a very
Oh
dramatic
my
fashion. Viorian, I may need your help. Would you mind grabbing this other door over here?
Oh,
We're opening it.
sure. Viorian makes her way over to the door next to Greshy. What are we doing
Are we
exactly?
really doing this? Are we doing...
What?
Every single one of us is like, wait a minute.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
And Viorian opens
Oh.
her door. Gunn and Asher, you open the doors.
I don't like your door.
Oh, it's actually nice in here.
Okay, so three rooms.
That's lovely.
I'll start with Asher's. The room that you reveal, Asher, is a nice looking room. Looks like it's got like a queen size bed, a nice little vanity, a number of scrolls and letters and things on it. A rack of nice dresses in the corner. A little map of Varizia on a planning table. And a bunch of scrolls and letters and things. Gunn, the room that you reveal is fairly similar, but with a more kind of orangish gold color scheme to the fabrics. Very fine linens on the bed. Similar setup with lots of documents and things spread out on the vanity. With a number of different types of, seems to be like maybe cosmetics around the vanity and on the floor. The third room, much larger than the other two, is quite massive. It's got a huge vanity with a large number of books, scrolls, notes, gems, jewelry, masks. Like masquerade masks, a number of cosmetics and cosmetic appliances. There is a huge bathtub with faucet and looks like it's with a number of towels on a small end table piled up next to it. A massive pillow with a kind of golden shimmery sheen to it. And a number of just gold and gems strewn out along the walls, arranged relatively neatly in piles. You might also be able to see. That's not supposed to be.
Just barely.
Another set of double doors to the right in that room. Oh, a lot of things.
Well, this place is nice.
Nice
See
place
Optra's
for
room?
a rest.
I think so.
Let's see if any of these scrolls could be spell scrolls, and then if we search between these three rooms, then we could probably move on. I don't think there's much else we're going to find. I mean, we could find a few things possibly, but
Phelan just runs straight over to the pillow and jumps onto it.
All right.
Oof.
Phelan jumps onto the pillow, while the rest of you stroll into what you presume is the Most High Sioptra's room, the largest of the three rooms that you revealed.
We're looking to loot the place, so, magic goods, anything that's going to be useful in a fight against a thing trying to take over the world.
Okay. I'll assume a
Yep.
10-minute thorough search then of the room. As you guys just kind of dig through everything that's around.
that one was not secret.
That's fine. Yeah, just roll some perceptions. Actually, do I? Yeah, sure. You're digging through a lot of the documents on the desk seem to be correspondence with Sioptra's various minions. A number of Lamia that she has installed in various cities around Varizia and the nearby regions, including old letters from both Zanisha and Lucretia about their various plans. You do find a box, it's basically a small box of scrolls. Who finds that? Gunn, you find it, since you said you were explicitly digging around for that sort of thing. You do find a box of what seems to be spell scrolls of various levels. Let's see. Sure. So, spell level 1, we have 2 first level spells. Or first rank spells, as they're soon to be called. 8 minus 1 plus 1. Sure. 1d8. Sure, we'll do 4th rank spells. How many of those are there? There's 1d6 of those. 6 4th level spells. Whoop. And we'll do one more. Slash roll 1d8. 3rd level spells. And there's 5 of those.
That could be tremendously useful, actually, depending on what's in here. But before we stop to...
But yeah, I
can
can
Get
give,
those to us
all of them.
later.
yeah, I can give you the exact spells of those later. Let's see what else. Do you find anything else that's interesting?
Unless they're all of them heals.
You
don't need them
Something
urgently.
very easy to. What was that? Who did that? That's Greshy. Greshy, you find a very beautiful-looking mask made of shimmering silver. That seems to be magical.
That'll be fun. It'll take me a little longer to identify, but I could. Or you could take a quick eye at it if you want, Gunn.
Sure.
And it's
So
got
I
an
don't know if
enchantment
you
aura.
see anything else much.
That seems
There you
worth checking real quick.
I'll pass it to Gunn for his keen eye.
Okay. Give me a roll. Any
Have done.
magic type is fine. Oh, you did. I see. Ooh, okay. Yeah, you're actually not sure what this is. It's definitely a magical mask. It's definitely enchantment. But it's pretty high level, and you've not seen anything like this one before.
Unfortunately.
All right. Well, let me take a look at the rune and see what I can figure out.
Let's keep going before our effects wear off too much. I don't think it's going to be... We can't attune it today anyway,
Why not?
because we're all full of...
I
Attunements?
suppose might already be fully invested then.
I just looked over at chat. Yes, the most comfy Sioptra. Correct.
Asher found anything?
Nice word for her.
Did I find anything cool?
No, Asher, you find a lot of
Oh.
gold and gems and pearls and other stuff, but
I
nothing
didn't
of
find
particular
anything
interest.
cool.
Nothing cool, sorry.
Just a lot of coins, if that interests you.
There's a lot of money.
If we all
I
are
won't
ready
need
to
money
gather
if I'm
around.
dead. So
The door to the
I'll think
east
of
is
it later.
calling to me.
Yeah, after seeing
I'm
so
gonna-
much gold this entire trip through Shalast, we're starting to become kind of numb to it.
Over here.
And as everyone groups up around the
Ready.
door, off to the side.
Okay. You fling
Excuse
the
me.
door
I open it and sneeze.
As you sneeze, you hear suddenly like scraping, a scratching sound, and then a bunch of scratching sounds as something whirs and spins around the corner. It is a strange greenish humanoid creature with a very, very long tail. I don't even know how to describe its face. It is. Oh, it's kind of got like an angler.
Looks like it has a
for
beak,
face.
but also teeth.
It's like an anglerfish maw. It's like really long, like bony white teeth. A small little wisp of tendril coming out of its forehead, but its face is like that of like an orangish fish, and the rest of its body is just kind of like weird, wispy green humanoid with very long fingernails and talons. And it's got just kind of wild, spindly tendrils whirring off its back. And as it charges around the corner towards you, I think that is probably a good place to end it for the evening.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably should. Yeah. Maybe it could go very fast. I don't know. But it is already pretty late, so we'll continue. We'll continue next time.
Depends if it's from this plane or not.
That's true. It really does. So, thank you all for joining us. I believe we have one more week off before schedule is back to normal. Yes, next week is off. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. Hope you have lots of good memorials. Yes, enjoy yourselves or don't. I don't give a shit. Happy times. See ya. Bye.